So pretty.
Thanks
You use
everybody
glass
for
also?
coming. It's really good to have you here. And this is a class called Beginning Acrylics Level 2. And everybody except for Cheryl, who's an artist, that's raise your hand, who's been painting for a while, but it was a few years back. They were beginning acrylic painters in the last session. So this was session 2. And what we do sometimes in session 2. I will modify it. Okay, so this was, we started talking at the very beginning of the class about color and the color wheel, and the whole class then became about color theory and painting what we were learning about color theory. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to the class to talk about what it is that they did and what they learned. So who would like to be the brave soul that goes first?
You know what I love? I have been around a few of you enough to kind of get a feel for your style. And so I've already kind of played this game on who painted what.
Oh, that's
See if I'm right.
good.
Yeah.
I like it, Julie.
I could feel really confident about Ruth.
Okay, which one did I do?
Why don't we start with you then? Who do you think
The
did what?
third one.
I think you did that.
You
What do you
think-
think, Ruth?
Which one?
I think Ruth did the number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4 with the moon.
Yep.
Okay.
And
I like this. This
think
is like-
she did this one over here that has corally orange and the sun. I can't see it real well. The
small
Sky.
swirly one next to the blue one.
yeah.
Okay.
And if she did anything else, it's the green one
Okay.
next to the color
All
one.
right. Very good. Don't say anything. Anybody? Jen?
I thought it was that one.
Which one is that one? The very end with the post and everything. You thought Ruth did that one? Okay.
I bought
God,
it for
Ruth,
number
you can
3.
really paint.
No.
I bought it for number 3 because she likes to play with colors.
Number 3
Number 3
is
from this
Ruth.
way.
Yeah, left to right. Third one.
I think Drew did those.
You did the colors. That you
She
think
likes to
that
play
was
with
Ruth?
colors.
Okay. Any other guesses, Melina?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other guesses?
I think Drew did the 2 orange ones right here, the flowers, and then what looks like the sunset. I think he did those. I might say that maybe Ruth did the second to the end, but I'm done. I can't figure it.
Okay. So we'll start with the second from that end over there that you thought Ruth did.
Yeah.
If you're Ruth and you did that painting, would you hold up your hand? And you get
Oh, look at me.
You did that one, Julie.
I
I
did.
did this one, and this was complementary colors, right? So it was the blue and the orange. So that was our assignment, so I just did what the assignment said, and I probably wouldn't have done this if it wasn't
color.
an
Those
assignment.
colors. Yeah.
So I did this one, and then this was another assignment.
Oh, no. Wow.
So this assignment was split analogous colors. Analogous colors are a color and then on this, that you just keep going on the
Okay.
color wheel. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I
So
started
favored?
with red, orange,
I'll
and then red,
say that.
blue, red, violet. So this was, that was that study. This was, what was this one? This was split complementary. So learning some of these. This was just complementary, red and green, and this another analogous.
Oh, I like
Very
it.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get confused on.
So what did you learn from this? And then I'll go over the 4
Yeah.
color scheme.
I learned I knew nothing about color, but now that I'm doing more in the watercolor, I'm learning that it really does make sense that some colors go with other colors and make the paintings more beautiful. And I learned analogous, but complementary on color wheel, and so now I think I have a handle on the color wheel.
Wow, very good.
Very helpful.
Here's the color
Would you
wheel.
like to go up to the color
did.
wheel?
About mine?
Thank you.
talk about it?
Yeah, about color wheel.
Okay, I'll talk.
Okay, I'll tell you that one of the first things that we did, and everybody has theirs, I think you brought yours too, yeah. Everybody made a color wheel because it's hard to talk about these without a reference. So, everybody made a little color wheel that they took home with them so that they would know. And many artists start the color wheel differently. Some people will have yellow be their first one. You know the primaries are red, yellow, and blue, right? So I was taught to put red at the top and then greens at the bottom. Straight across from it is green. That's on the color wheel, and that's the complement. And then the other two primaries are blue, and straight across the color wheel from it is orange. And the other color is yellow, and straight across the color wheel from that is purple. Purple is really hard to get with the particular brand and color that I was using for my blue. So that's why those just about everybody's, those colors are a little strange. So you have to work with it. And in watercolors, you have many more choices of blues so that you can get a different type of green. So the complementary color is one color scheme, meaning that 60 to 70% of your painting is the complementary color. It's their oranges and their blues. Can everybody tell me up there which one they see that really strikes you as being an orange and blue painting? The 1, 2, 3 there from the end. Yeah, that is a really clear example. And the kind of the rule with when you're doing color schemes as an exercise is that you use the complements, and you can always use white and black. That means that you can mix white in with orange and make a creamsicle color. You can mix black in with the orange and make a deep burnt orange color. So that's one color scheme, and what Ruth did was the complementary color scheme, right?
Mhm.
So let's see, who wants to go next?
But I want to say, I
If I
am
can get that.
so honored that you thought so much of me.
No, I mean, all of them, when you look at them and realize that those are the things that you've been studying, because even like if you start and see the yellow sun and the blue, like all of them, you can see that
There's
they
differences.
go together,
Yeah.
or they belong,
They belong.
Yeah.
That's a good way to say
they're
it.
harmonious.
See,
Yeah.
we were just talking about that before you came in. Why do we do this?
Yeah.
It's because it creates a harmony in a painting. And if you're doing an exhibit where that's what it is, we could have a heck of an exhibit using this because we did harmonious type paintings.
Well,
The
you can always tell too when you put the wrong color down
Yeah.
onto something, you're like, oh, that is not, like you feel that it doesn't go there.
It feels discordant, doesn't it?
Mhm.
A lot of times what will happen too is you'll get mud. It'll just create mud. If you mix the two colors together and they're not supposed to be mixed together, it's like mud. No, there's no two ways about it. Depending on what you're using, it's hard to erase that. It's hard to get
Yeah.
You either have to paint over it or something. So the other, let me talk real quick about the other. I'm sorry?
I've had mud a lot.
Yeah, you get it. It happens. That would be a great T-shirt, wouldn't it? Mud happens. But anyway, the other thing, there's split complementary is the other color scheme, and I think Drew's going to talk about that.
Yeah, if I can get out. I
I'm
can't get
sorry?
out. I'm stuck
he's
back here.
Can you get out now?
here.
I'm stuck. There we go.
Sorry.
That'll work. All right, thank you.
All right.
So this is mine, and I'll talk to you about it in reference to this. So this was split complementary. So I picked a base color. So the way I look at it, I picked a base color which was orange. So the sun here is the orange over here. So then if you go right across, you get into the blue, which is the direct complement color. So a lot of this is blue, but then you go on each side of the direct complement. So you can see here we've got the greens and the yellow greens in the grass, and then in the purple you have the mountain over here in the purple. So that's kind of how I went
So
about
good.
doing it. And then, of course, the white was a freebie, right?
Yep.
It's always okay to use white. So that was the clouds and the birds. And then the slight tint on the other blue stuff and on the horizon over there. And then there's a little orange in here that came in just as an accent. So.
Now, would you think he was a beginning painter?
No.
I was just gonna ask, how long has it been?
Let's see, the last class started in February. The last class started in February. He'd never picked up a paintbrush.
Very good.
Really?
They come in
House.
Yeah.
big tubes, little tubes.
Pardon?
I can paint houses.
There you go.
They're big tubes.
I really like how
can show you some
you
later.
were able to take the green and make it like a cliff edge down to the water. It
Isn't
looks like
that
it
great?
drops onto the water.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
So when I started this, we were trying to come up with something out of my head. I can't do that yet. So this was a,
Oh, it's actually in the house. Right
yeah,
there.
I went on AI and I said, give me a picture of a seascape with the sun and some grass and the fields and all that, and it popped up, right? So this is a variation on that. It's not an exact,
Yeah.
it's my own interpretation of it. But I had something to work with. I couldn't just, at this point, I can't just imagine something and have it go down on it.
It's hard.
That, but give me a little bit to copy. I guess probably the next step is to actually look at something
That's what the next class.
real, and then paint
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
That would be really exciting. And probably then the next step from that is to just imagine it. And you end up with something like, Roger Dean. Anybody know who Roger Dean is? No. Roger Dean was the art. If you remember the rock group, Yes?
Yes.
Remember their, yes, of course. You always get an answer.
Too easy, yeah.
So if you remember their album covers, they're always all of this kind of imaginary world with castles and mountains floating in space and all this, So he would paint things like that, and I'm sure it just, he took some LSD and this is what came out, right? So, so anyway.
Smoker. There's a
Yeah,
smoker there.
the wind blows this way and it's like getting smog from LA. So anyway, that's where that's all I started on another one with Denise, but I didn't get very far. So anyway, that was it. That was the formula. You pick a base color, you take the complement of that, and then you go to each side of that complement, and that by definition is a split complement.
Very
Yeah, great job.
I have to have
I
some
like
kind
his
of an
water.
idea. Even if
the
it's a
water.
picture and I
Yeah.
like this part of it,
Oh,
I
yeah.
go
these
through a
are
magazine,
great.
I just can't.
It just doesn't come out of nowhere.
Right. Or I'll have an idea in my head what I think I want to do, but I still need some kind of a visual clue. Yeah.
Anyway, that was me.
Yay. All right.
All right, I'll go.
All right.
Get her over with.
Oh, buddy.
Wayne, that's all right.
You're acting like we're gonna kill you.
You're gonna kill me?
You're acting like we're gonna kill you.
I got
All right, this one is mine.
Oh, I love that one.
So I have no vision of anything that I do. I just go with the colors that we're supposed to paint. And then I just kind of do things and see how it works and how it looks, and it's a work in progress always.
I love it, Bonnie. I love it.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Of course, that's why I wore it.
Thankfully, she'll turn to us and say, and we'll say, don't touch it, because she's not sure, so she will go back and paint
I always
over
think
it.
they're really not good at all, and then of course all these nice ladies say, "Oh, that's beautiful."
I think we're off in our own worst
And this is my other one.
Oh,
That's a fun one.
And I did the same thing. I
That's
just
a really
did
fun one.
what Sandy had said. Mostly split complementary, I think, is mostly what I did. And
That's really
this one,
fun.
I don't like dark things, so I'm surprised that I did this like this.
I love
But
that.
I did, and of course everybody said it was nice. So
I like it.
Yeah.
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 Well, we've had some great ideas. It's a great Halloween picture, and those little
Yeah.
clouds in the sky could
Well-
be witches.
Well, Bonnie, before you go on, going back to the moon picture,
The
So
what?
the
This one?
the moon,
purplish
yeah,
one.
Oh,
the moon over the seascape. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just trying to understand this. But it looks what makes that really work is the white in there isn't really white. It's a tint of the darker color.
blue,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's what really brings that together, I think. So, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I agree, because we talked about this looking at the leaves up there. If you put like these leaves right in that center section of leaves, if you wanna do the highlight on those leaves and you just slap white on it, it's gonna look out of place, it's gonna be jarring. But if you put white with the same green that you made those leaves with, and if you get it down to where it's a lighter color, it looks like a highlight. You understand the leaves we're talking about back there,
Yeah.
Julie? And the,
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one are you talking about?
just the highlights, how you made the tint using the same color that was on your brush. You just added white to that color, and that made a tint.
See, I just do it by what I see, but I don't know what I'm doing.
You know, those are often the best little things in
They are.
Yeah.
And then
Wait,
this
before
one.
you go on to that, before you go on that,
Oh.
on the dark painting,
Yes.
the more I look
I know, she
at
wants
it,
to move
the more,
on.
the more
What do you want?
there's more
She's shy, she doesn't want to be there.
Okay,
What's that?
The more that I look at it, the more I want to look at it.
yes.
There's little interesting
Oh,
bits, like
good
that little
idea.
red.
Yeah, I
Oh,
also
yeah.
think that's
That's
too
a little
rude.
mysterious.
Yeah, it's a little, that's a good way to say it.
Yeah,
it's a
it
little
really
mysterious.
invites you to look at it longer, and your use of color, what really helps is it makes your eyes move
Move around.
all around the picture.
Yeah.
So, I think it's really great.
Yeah. You're a natural. You,
think
you-
she
please don't stop. You're a natural.
And don't change.
Don't
I
change.
love
Don't
it.
change.
It kind of looks tribal to me, as does your other one over here. It has a little tribal feel to it, doesn't it? The way the stripes go and have different shapes going dancing around. Okay.
I like it.
Okay, you can go on.
Now this one.
I love that.
So the same thing. I don't have anything in my mind when I'm starting. I just go with the colors and try to figure it out as I go.
Me too, I
But
love
look how she hold it real straight. Because where those trees are, because she put the light right back there and made a kind of a
Yeah.
horizon, it looks like, Bonnie, that the trees are standing up on something like that, and then the bank behind it keeps going up. And it meets some mountains back there, and then it starts being sky. It's really, really nice.
I know, I love that.
You're so
Yeah,
kind.
I
Oh,
like,
it's really good. You know, when you try to teach somebody to do that, it's hard to explain. She just seems to
and if
love
you
it.
notice, you don't notice right away that yellow sun. You know, that draws you in too.
Yes.
Or at least I didn't notice
And
that.
the last one is this one. This is the last.
She did all the assignments. She gets a
This is the
cookie.
last assignment, and I had a really hard time with this one. So Sandy, I talked to Sandy about it because I was having a hard time figuring this out, and she just said, "Do whatever you want to do."
Oh.
So that's what I did.
And it worked.
And it's really not. These are not together. They're just separate. So each thing is separate from the other, just to show different things.
Yeah, I like that.
It's very nice.
See, I thought that was Drew for sure.
I did too. I wonder why.
I'm trying to get around to doing that, but he will. And I didn't finish
I
mine.
started, but I had
We had things
something,
going on.
And
interrupted.
that's it.
Something interrupted.
Great job, Bonnie.
Thank you.
That's right. The bottom one looks very oriental. Doesn't it have an oriental look?
It does.
The bottom,
It does.
bottom one? Yeah, that's really nice. Which was, so what was the order in which you did these? Which one did you do first, second, third, fourth?
I did this first.
No, I mean, of all the
Of all the
paintings.
colors.
Oh,
I think
oh,
the green
we were in
blue
the
one,
class.
the green blue one was first, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
That was first, what was
And then
second?
this was second,
Uh-huh.
And then the
third,
moon?
and fourth.
Okay, yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, you really came up.
Yeah, that's really nice one. Those are some of my favorites.
I really love the colors in your green, the sky and that green one. It's really pretty colors.
And she was conscious of doing those colors. She really picked them to do the color scheme.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So the last color scheme, I guess I'll get up. Oh, Cheryl,
Oh, no,
please
that's
do it.
fine.
No,
You
no,
go
no,
right
no,
ahead.
no, I talked about yours. Go ahead. I was just dreading doing it, so I was jumping up to do it. So go ahead.
I'm dreading too.
Right ahead, because I'm not sure what I'm talking about. I really am not. This is the first time I'm taking an art class for over 40 years. So, and I did art way different, and this is really all new to me. So it's kind of hard to even explain it. So I appreciate it if you'd help me explain
Okay.
what I did.
What have I done?
Well, first of all, she is an artist.
She is an artist.
She has an artistic eye for composition. Some of her work that she did 30, 40 years ago, oh my gosh, at a whole new level. So it's still in you.
I'm a precise detail type artist, I guess you could say. And that's why I'm having a difficult time trying to do this, but I love it. I
Yeah.
love how it looks and turns out. So I'm hoping maybe watercolor will help break that
we'll
down.
go
Yeah.
watercolor.
Yeah.
So I think, and she also had a procedure somewhere in the middle of it, missed or some company and missed a few
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah.
So I think what you did here, without remembering consciously what you did, it looks like you did and it's great because it's not represented in any of the other paintings really, is the painting using the complementary colors.
That's
Her
what I
main
thought,
color
yeah.
is blue, her complement's orange, she used white, and
Greens here too.
you had some greens, which, you have to do something with the blue in order to make a little
Yeah.
difference.
I put some blue, like in my little boulder down there.
There you go. So, but the 60-70% of that painting is complementary colors.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I think
that's
that,
what I thought.
let's call it a
Yeah.
complementary color.
Right, and I couldn't really put my heart into it too much over the weekend because I had company and then I had my back went out on me, so it's like I shoved in last night evening just to get
Well, it's
something
beautiful.
here.
Her
It's
composition
really
is
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Yeah.
And your use of the complementary color is wonderful.
There's supposed to be a sticky monkey plant that I have, and they are really sticky.
out there.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
my meal.
And I tried to go clip one, bring it in the house, and get it.
Oh,
Well,
they get
obviously I
close to
couldn't
me.
turn these over, so I just turned that one over. That's,
The other thing
yeah.
I like is how she created depth. She's got the clouds in the background,
Yeah.
and they're small, and they're obviously clearly up there. She really used the canvas well to tell her story about that plant.
Yeah.
Because we all have choices when we sit down to paint. Is it going to be portrait? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be small? Is it going to be big? It's just a series of decisions every time you sit down to paint.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really like
that
that
was
because it feels like you're out on a hike and you've just wandered upon like a beautiful Indian paintbrush.
yeah.
Oh, that's my cue. All right. I'll start with this one since it needs to be talked about. This is a great example of what not to do. This painting is, this is a wonderful canvas that Ruth said, I didn't have a canvas one day, she gave me this canvas, and I thought it was 11 by 14, but it's what, 12 by 10 by 12 or something like that. So the first thing that it shouldn't have been was, it should have been this way instead of this way. But I went with it, and it's a split complementary, using, I don't even remember exactly how, but let me go back to this. So, orange is the accent, you can tell that. So I'm using these greens and this blue, green, blue. So I remember I was actually, this might be analogous, that's what I did. Okay, let me explain analogous, because analogous seemed to be the one concept that everybody had, besides split complementary, which I'm pleased to see so many people did it, because you only learn what you don't know by doing it. You have to keep trying it. So anyway, analogous is very interesting. There's a couple of rules about it. You use any three colors on the color wheel, but they have to be together. It can be going this way, it can be going this way, it could start here and go this way, it could start here and go that way. It could start here and go 1 here, 4 here. They just gotta be consecutive on the wheel. And you can use white and you can use black. Okay, and when you pick whichever one is most predominant, you can also sneak in that complement. So that's a good, it sounds limiting, and it is limiting, but when you add the two freebies plus the complement, you get a variety of colors. And this color wheel, which I haven't completed yet, this is orange, I think, and then I added white to it, and that's the tint. So on all of these, white, and on this circle, white has been added to the main color to make a tint. You see how lovely they get to be. They're just lovely colors. The next one, I'll skip over here to, this must be orange. Well, this is orange. This is red orange. And you used white, and then you mix a gray, and you add that to this color, and it makes that. And you start suddenly, and that's the tone, and then you mix black with it, and it makes a shade. And it starts, the further down the wheel you go, you get the earth tones. It's so weird how you start out with some of these things, and then you get earth tones as you go further down, adding all those things. So when you start really getting into the earth wheel, the color wheel, which is a rabbit hole, for sure, that's lots you can know about it. So this was complement analogous, and I did another analogous one, but this was with 5 colors. You can use either 3 colors or 5 colors. So I did another one using 3 colors. This was the first one I did. And can you tell me something you notice about this painting as opposed to any of the others, really? Besides the fact of what happens when you use colors that are so close together?
As the flat look to it.
Flat.
I was gonna
It
say you
becomes
lose
very,
depth.
very flat. No, it's good for wallpaper. That's one of the things that I read was, why do, and this goes back to why do you use these? We're used to producing something that jumps at you and has this and that and that. But there are situations where you want this. You want to have something that fades into the background because it can bring something else out. So this one doesn't look like much, but you get it in the sun, and it's like, oh my gosh, you can see. It's so subtle. The differences are so subtle. But I wanted to stick just to 3 colors, and orange was the most popular color. Yeah. So I don't know. I could have gone in and gone across from the color wheel and gotten a little bit of green and added some white to it. And I was going to do the leaves, and I could fuss with it a little bit more and get more out of it. But I just want to go. We looked at it. Drew and I looked at it, and he kept saying, I really liked that one. The longer you look at it, and that's one of the keys. I'm really glad you brought that up. The longer you look at it means you're looking at a painting. And for an artist, that's music to their ears. It's like, oh my gosh, they're looking at my painting. It's great. Yeah. So, but they're all different, and that's what this particular class, turned out to be. I think the color wheel is important, and I'll include it in the next level on the watercolor class. But we are definitely going to be going into composition and painting from life. That's what's next. And that's really fun because you get to put into real practical practice what you've learned just in theory. So the first couple of classes are getting your engine started, learning how to put gas in the car, and now it's go. The next class is go. So, thank you all very much for coming, and I've enjoyed having you all in class.
Thank you for all you do for us.
Thank you. Lots of weekend, I haven't gotten into a rhythm with this class where on the weekend I think of something and I'll get it to explain it more, because it's a big subject. Color's a big subject.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you have those witches' feet you can show the ladies?
Oh, yeah, I do. I know where they are. There. Smart girl.
So I can get into this.
Okay, it is, you know where the rolling cart is for acrylics? And bring a tube of acrylic paint to show Melina. She was asking about that.
I was just curious.
The witch's feet are there, I'm pretty sure. This could be a
So
lot
you're
of
wondering, what are the witches' feet, aren't you?
Because one of the assignments here was, if you have a painting you really hate, except this applies to everybody except for Bonnie, Bonnie has to run it by committee before you can do anything. Never paint over anything because you have good work and you would just paint over it. If you have something you really hate, it's not working for you, you've tried everything, you don't like it anymore, you can paint over it. But, and before you paint over it, decide what you might want to do with it. And since Halloween is coming up, I've got all these ideas for Halloween stuff. And I do too, and I have
We
painted
already
some.
went to Hobby Lobby. They already put in Halloween and Christmas.
Oh, I
And
know.
Christmas? Oh my
And
word.
Christmas. I like to scan in that store when I have a time when I went.
I know, you could wander in there forever.
So, so what you can do
Yeah,
is,
we just kill some time. Oh, I think we sell that time.
finish my sentence. What you can do is, what I was thinking about doing was this one, I've got some witch's stocking and feet. And I was gonna put that on there, draw it on there, and do the rest of it black. And everybody goes, no, don't do that, leave it just like this, have her coming out of the sky, landing in a field. And I thought about doing that, and I could actually darken this up a little bit like there was a tornado coming. So,
Or I think you could have her on a bike, when she's riding the bike. Wouldn't
would
she
that
be
be
cute
great?
through the
Oh,
air
that
with
would be
Toto
adorable.
in the
That would
basket?
be adorable.
And I feel you can do that.
Yeah, I could
Look,
do
doesn't
that.
it look like a scene where she's riding her bike?
Yeah,
So it will be
it
so
does,
cute.
it really does. So, you know,
The cat, the dog.
the possibilities are endless for what you can do if you don't like your painting.
So
Except
I'll
for
wait
Bonnie.
Drew. I want to thank you for everything you did
Oh.
today.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
you
here we
guys
go.
will like it all right.
It's
Because
so creative.
I did it different and I'm like,
It's
oh,
so
it's
beautiful.
not-
Oh, that's how big they are. Okay, wow.
But that tube was only $6 but
bigger ones.
for,
Yeah.
to get a tube of watercolor paint. So this was sort of my idea, but I like the witch on the bicycle.
I feel like you could even put like a little tornado
That's what I was
in
thinking.
the air,
Yeah, that's
you
what I was
know?
thinking.
I love
Love it.
Isn't that cute?
So cute.
So it's just like, all is not lost. You can keep working it until you get something you like. But look at it on something orange, it looks great on something orange.
Yeah.
With black. And these were purple and all different colors, and there were circles on this, so
That's very cute.
anyway, it's what you can do.
Yeah.
So, okay,
I
do you guys have
found
any
that too.
questions?
So you're gonna do I'm sorry, Julie.
You don't put any water in acrylic at all.
Oh, yes, you can use some water, yes.
Oh, you can, okay. To like thin it a little bit?
Thin it a little bit, and it actually, acrylics is very much, my elderly mentor that I worked with for many years said she was marooned on a desert island and could only choose one medium to have on the island. She would choose acrylics because you can use it heavy and layered heavily, and it will act like oil. It'll look more like oil, it can paint like oil. And you can, it is water-based, so you can run it out. You know how we make our swatches where we put it down and we get water in our brush and we keep going?
Yeah.
And it gets lighter and lighter. That you can do that with acrylic too.
So I have a question, just because I'm curious about when you, this is kind of involving both of them, but I bought one of those jelly plates.
Ah, those are fun.
Okay, I have not tried it yet, but I have a whole bunch of acrylic paint
Mhm.
that you put, do you know how it works?
Yeah.
Could you tell me what it
Tell
like?
them about it.
It's
I-
like
it's been a
an
while.
8x12, or 8, you know, like 8.5 by 11 or whatever. I think it's like silicone.
Yeah, it's like my little heel thing I
Yeah.
got in here. It's
Yeah.
And it think of it like, well, let me just explain the process. You put a thin layer of acrylic paint on it. And then you can do a multitude of things. You can use textures from things like leaves, or you can use magazine pictures, which I'm so thankful I have all the National Geographics that I've saved. Or you can do stencils or anything
Stencils,
that
that's what I was
creates a
trying to
pattern.
think.
So say you put your layer, I'm gonna put a layer of black acrylic paint down. And then next I'm gonna put a stencil. and I paint over that, and you do these layers, right?
Okay.
Well, the last layer of paint that you put on, you put your paper down on the thing and use a brayer to like adhere it to
I'm
that.
making a print.
And you peel it off, and everything that you have on the paper, or the block, comes onto the paper, so you make a really pretty paper print.
Wow.
You can do it with pictures, like you can take a picture of your artwork and convert it to black and white, because the acrylic paint interacts with the ink from a laser printer. So like your pictures and stuff, when you put them on there and you pull up a photograph of like a photocopy, it leaves a black and white print of your photo on there in the black acrylic paint, whatever paint you use. So that when you put your paper on there and pull it up, it creates a replica of your photo, but it's in a paper and ink form. It's really cool. I haven't tried it yet, but my
You
question
have to
is,
clean it really well though, because acrylic's dry and they'll stain and do all kinds of
it
things.
peels right, for some
Okay.
reason it peels right up.
Does
But
it ruin your
the-
painting?
No. The other thing I'm kind of curious about is, I bought it because you can do any kind of paper, and I was gonna do like some of my watercolor paper with text, like a little texture, because you can then paint onto it, and I thought, well, that might be kind of pretty. But so my question was, can you paint something, if I painted a piece of watercolor paper with some acrylic on it, could I then put watercolor over it?
Okay, good question. Because yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
You can paint watercolor on top of dry acrylic. And what's even better, you can actually correct it without having to, it just wipes off with water.
Oh.
Because think about it, the acrylic is there, it's a surface, it's already dry.
Yeah.
And you paint something on there, and let's say you don't like it, you can go right back off and take it right off and get it right back
Yeah.
down. It's amazing.
Okay. Oh, good. I wondered about that.
But the reverse is not true. You can't really, you can paint acrylic on top of watercolor, but it's white. You're
Yeah.
just gonna obliterate, it doesn't
Yeah.
really do anything.
So to layer that, then when you pull it up, the bottom layer is your first layer, so it's almost like a
Yes.
reverse. of-
Yes, that is exactly right. It's a reverse.
I thought you were doing
Yeah, I've only done them once, and it was just so messy. I was like, I can't do this.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't care for the mess
Invest
of
in
the
local.
process, and it could have been. It was years ago, so they could be much easier to work with.
I'm gonna try it.
Or it could have been
See,
who
where
was
did you
doing it,
find
who
that?
was teaching it.